Another interesting point I would like to point out is that a lot of people were really, really upset with the casting and stuff. I actually have to agree with them on that one. The casting could have been done better. I'm not saying that the movie was the best thing out there, but I'm saying that it wasn't as bad as all that. But there were major problems. The CGI sucked for the most part. There were a few good scenes. Most of those good scenes were just where they touched up the live action effects with CGI. Although that part where Godzilla dove off the pier and dove into the water was absolute poetry. The acting, for the most part, was horrible. I'm not really wild about the guy that got to play Nick Totopoulos, especially after the letdown performance of Inspector Gadget. And frankly, there was a couple plot holes that they never quite filled. Now, that being said, I would like to address the second time this Godzilla was seen in a movie. That's right, the infamous fight scene in Sydney. This was total sour grapes. Toho was really pissed off, and I don't know why they were. They signed over creative license to us, and they shouldn't have known that we were going to put our own spin on it. They had to have been approached about this. Like, this is the movie we're going to make. This is the model we're going to use. This is generally what we're going to do with this. Is it okay to make this? They greenlighted it, so they have no room to complain. They were just bitching because all of y'all out there were complaining and raising a big stink about it. Anyway, the fight scene lasted less than 15 seconds, and this is total bull. First off, they went out of their way to use bad CGI on the thing as if making a point. Second off, they had the fight be totally one-sided. If we know anything about this monster, if we look at it objectively, we can tell that there was a lot of things that our Godzilla could do that the Japanese Godzilla could not do. And therefore, the battle would have lasted a lot longer. If our Godzilla still would have lost, it still would have gone down with way more dignity than it did in that fight scene, considering it can almost instantly tunnel, it's really fast, it can jump, it's smarter than the Japanese Godzilla. First time in history, something from Japan was actually less intelligent than something from America. I kid. But seriously, this battle would have gone on way, way longer, and their Godzilla would have gotten way more battle damage than ours. Ours just immediately dying like that. Its breath weapon would have been its major ace in the hole, granted, but still, it wouldn't have been just like over like that. Anyway, I'd like to turn it over to the animated series now. The animated series kind of fixed some of the problems that the movie had and provided a really enjoyable experience over several seasons. They used the breath weapon a lot more and even changed it up a little bit to make it seem more powerful. They added other monsters and mutations, which, considering this thing mutated from life on those islands where nuclear testing was being happened, you would assume would happen. And so we got to see it fighting other giant monsters, we got to see the breath weapon, and we really get to get a better feel for the monster. They even fixed up a lot of the problems with the cast, making Nick Totopoulos way more badass than he was in the movie. Now, if we're going to make comparisons of old versus new, we have to harken back to the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Admittedly, I loved and watched it when I was a kid. I've been a major Godzilla fan since I was a little girl. But this thing, nobody complained about that for some reason, or not that I've heard of. I mean, they gave Godzilla laser vision. Really? Laser vision? It's Godzilla, not Superman. What? But essentially, it was fairly good, except for frickin' Godzuki. I kind of liked Godzuki as a kid because he was cute and funny. Although even as a kid, I realized that there's no way in hell that fat little thing should be able to fly with those tiny wings. But, yeah. People need to get over it. On top of that, I'm a big supporter of them making a sequel to that Godzilla movie. So long as they get a bigger budget and better writers. A lot of people try to claim that TriStar has been trying to make the same movie over and over again, and I really don't see it. I like a lot of TriStar's movies. Independence Day, The Day After Tomorrow, Godzilla, a whole bunch of them. Really good movies that got a really bad rap. So, this is my very first review, and I intend to do others. Reviews where I'm defending movies I like that get flamed a lot, and movie reviews where, seriously, why were these movies made? And if I can ever bring myself to watch that travesty of an Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, I will do a review on that too. Pray for me, people. Pray for me, because so help me, if I have to do a review on that one, that means I'll actually have to watch it. Well, this is Barriss Offee signing out. Cheers.
Suicide on what the buzz is all about. Everybody's bugging out now, only just begun. They can't win on my parade. I'm sunshine on a cloudy day. Make lemons into lemonade. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun. I'm strange, not like it. That's just the way I am. I can't change, I can't hide it. That's just the way I am. Might as well get over it, but don't try to understand. I'm strange, not like it. Just the way I am. I'm strange, not like it. That's just the way I am. I can't change, I can't hide it. That's just the way I am. Might as well get over it. Don't try to understand. I'm strange, not like it. Just the way I am. I'm strange, not like it. That's just the way I am.